Hey, how do folks? Just another quick video, just about what the RMPs did on the 2nd of March. Um, Basically, quite a lot voted for further cuts to our disabled people, in particular their ESA, their employment support allowance, and what it was, cutting £30 a week from the work-related activity group. It's ridiculous, mate. And before I even get into the politicians that have voted for this, I just want to highlight the politicians, um, how much money they make. £74,000 a year doesn't really make sense. And obviously, as you can see, when they actually put through these changes, it was backdated. So you know, RMPs claimed like an extra just under £2,000 just from backdated salary. Ridiculous. And then, like I said, when you look at the cuts that they're doing to our disabled, it doesn't weigh up. Where's the common sense in that? They're supposed to represent the people. They're not representing our people. Do you know what I mean? Really, people, are you happy with this? Because I'm bloody not. It's the reason why I'm making these videos. Anyway, for those that don't know, maybe you might recognise a name or two in this list, but these are the MPs who voted for the cuts to the disability benefits. And I'll just slowly scroll down, and there's over 100. I think there's 130 or something. I'm not too sure. I've been raging at this since I found out. And like I said, I thought I'd make a video. Look, right honourable. There's some sirs and lords in here. They ain't got a clue about real life. Look at this guy, Sir William Cash. You know what I mean? Flipping heck, come on. Doctors in there. Silver nose. I was supposed to say silver spoons. And what I noticed when I was looking through these, because I messaged quite a few and emailed them, asking why have they done this. And I found out quite a lot of the Conservatives are not even English nationals. Obviously I'm not mithered against that. You can come to this country and do whatever. You've got to put back into the system. But clearly, some of these politicians who are basically ripping into our poor, not even from this country. I don't know. It's just infuriating me. To be honest, it's not about the foreign MPs. It's MPs in general. All these MPs. Look at this list. Let's scroll a bit faster through it. Pause it if you want. If you think your local MP might be on there. Pause it at the letters. It's all alphabetical order, so you will see. I was actually looking on there because I know a couple of MPs, and luckily enough they were on there. George Osborne's on there though. This is pretty ridiculous, quite a lot. And like I said, all these earn £74,000 a year, you know what I mean? Plus whatever extra benefits they claim. And there you go, absolutely ridiculous. And on top of this, I found out today that apparently David Cameron wants to run for another term. So I think we all need to wake up. We need to slap these Conservatives. And I love how the BBC, obviously the BBC, bigging up anyone and everyone. He was re-elected in 2015 with a majority of 25,000. Yeah, about 30% of the country. How is that a majority? Well, it wasn't even 30% of the country. It was 30% of the voters. And obviously, not everyone in the country got to vote because of what the Conservatives have done recently, and about how they want to make further changes. There was something I wanted to show you as well, which I thought was funny. I think it was in the Guardians. Let's have a look. Sorry about this. Oh, there we go. 7 ways Ian Duncan Smith has helped disabled people. Well, helped people in general. So closing re-employed factories, people that were there to help disabled people. Scrapping the Independent Living Fund. This is what infuriated me last year, and I can't believe they've made even further cuts to basically disabled people who want to live independent, want to get out there, get a job, do this, do that. Government are going, boom, no you don't. There you go, cuts to the work access to work scheme, more cuts to people trying to be independent. Well, that's just cut to employment, just to anyone who's struggling. I'm out of work recently, and it is absolutely ridiculous. There you go, risk homelessness. It's not even that. We've started to fine homeless people for sleeping in certain doorways. How can you find the homeless? And what this doesn't also highlight is that ex-soldiers, I should say, what they call them, veterans or whatever, because they don't get no help from the government whatsoever. And you'll find a lot of homeless people are, veterans. And this was all when we was doing all the fitness to work scheme when when the Conservatives first came into power and introduced it. And basically the whole, it was all broke. People were failing these tests even though they were clearly sick or disabled or something. And just because some toffee noses sat there ticking the wrong boxes, some people lost money. I'm not even getting into the bedroom tax. Just one way of hitting the poor. If anyone out there thinks that the bedroom tax is a good idea, then you've clearly not lived on the lower end of life. You know what I mean? Not lower end of life, but on the monetary scale of things. You know what I mean? It's just, this country's going to pot, and it's all mainly because of MPs. Don't even want to get into their pensions. If you just come onto the Parliament UK, obviously they're not going to tell you everything. They're not going to be, so transparent. But there's a lot of information on here that just eye opening. And what I've noticed as well is it's all out of date. So this Parliament.uk site is out of date. So I'd like to find out if I can get this updated somehow or get awareness for this. But anyway, this is probably one of my longer videos because I've had a rant. I do apologise. But yeah, people, just question your MPs. Really look into it. Watch Prime Minister questions, really, and you'd be shocked what our MPs do. Not all of them, but most, especially the Conservatives, especially these sirs, lords, right honourable gentlemen, this, that, and the other. Check it out, honestly. Anyway, have a good day, people, and thank you for listening.